How's it going, everybody? In this video, we're going to continue by setting up vEdge 2 to be a vManaged device. So we're going to go through that process. I'm pretty much going to take the existing feature templates that we created in the single site video, and I'm going to copy them, edit them as necessary in order to get the vEdge 2 squared away, create a device template that's for a dual site and dual vEdge site, and then deploy it to vEdge 2. So vEdge 1 we're not going to be putting a template on because we're going to take advantage of the CLI capabilities, because we'll be using that down the road as we go. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way and pull up vManage. So as you can see, we're all squared away. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit, and yeah, that'll work. Let me go ahead and scrunch that down just a touch so we can see what's going on. So I'm going to go back to feature templates. Excuse me. Okay, it might have timed out. So advanced. There we go. All right, so we're going to go to templates. There we go. So, and then feature templates. Here's all of our feature templates. There's not a lot of them, but we are going to basically recreate all of the VPN 0 and VPN 512 templates, but we're going to rename them. Because the reason why we have to, recreate new ones and rename them is if we need to make an adjustment to any of the single sites, single vEdge sites. We don't want to affect the dual vEdge sites and stuff like that. So as long as you have a separation of the templates based off the sites, then you'll be able to make adjustments based off the site type. Because it's a lot of times what customers will do is they will create a main platform, and then, or I should say, templatize things, and then they'll create copies of those templates, edit them as they need to, so that you're not affecting sites that you don't need to affect. So let's go ahead and get that party started. I'm going to leave the banner and the system template as it is because I don't need to mess with that. I will start with the VPN 0 template. We're going to go ahead and copy that, and I'm going to name this to be, I'll say VPN vEdge, I'll say vEdge dual site VPN 0 template, like that, and copy. And then I'm going to work my way down the roll, so I'll make everything dual site. So I've got VPN 0 template. Let me go ahead and do the VPN 0 interface gig 0. Go ahead and copy that, and it's going to be dual site, like so, and copy. Nice thing about it is once they're all copied, I can go in there and edit them as I need to. And then we're going to do gig 01, copy that, dual site, copy, and copy that. Okay, that's there. Awesome. So we've got VPN 0, we'll do VPN 512 next. So we'll do the VPN 512, VPN, the dual site, and copy like so, and copy that. And then we're going to go grab we have 512, and we'll grab the interface right here. We'll go ahead and copy that. So this will be dual site, and copy that, and then we're pretty much good to go. So we've got the dual site. Go organize those real quick. There we go. So we have VPN 0, gig 00, gig 01, VPN 12 template, the Ethernet interface. We also need to do the BGP template. So let's go ahead and copy that one as well. So dual site, and like that. And oops, I meant to put a V there and a V here. There we go. Copy. All right, so now that that's done, I can start going in here and editing things as I need to. So we'll go, really, to be honest with you, a lot of the values in these templates can stay the same. So for example, here on the VPN 0, if we were to go in here and edit, we're not going to need to monkey with any of these values because we're going to just attach them to a device template and then push the configs down to the devices themselves. So there's really not much for me to go in here and manipulate because of the fact of what we're going to be doing with it. So I'm going to go to device. I'm going to create a device from a feature template, and I'm going to call this vEdge cloud. I'll type in vEdge dual site device template. Copy and paste, and then we're going to come in here and vEdge system template. VPN 0 will be dual site VPN. We'll grab dual site gig 0. We'll add an interface. We'll do dual site gig 01, and then we'll add BGP. We'll type in dual site VPN. VPN 512 will be dual site VPN, and then the dual site interface Ethernet 0, and the banner will be the vEdge banner. So now we've got all that done. Let's just go ahead and review our config. We've got the system template ready to go. We have our VPN dual site, and it makes it easy to keep things correlated when you've got them named appropriately, and keeps everything organized. So I'm going to go ahead and click on create, and then it's going to ask me what device I want to associate this to. Well, actually I have to come over here and say attach devices, and I'm going to choose vEdge 2. Click over here, click attach. And the nice thing about it is here will be edit device template, and just be a matter of populating the fields. So in this case here will be the gig 00 interface will be 192.1. Is it 2? 192.1. Yep. .1. The gig 01 interface will be 172. What is that? 172.31.12.2/24. And then we have 192.1.2.2/24. Then the BGP AS number is going to be 65012. The prefix is going to be 172.31.12.0/24. The neighbor address is going to be 172.31.12.1. The time zone will be America, and we'll choose, let's see, what's an option in here? We'll say Indianapolis. Indiana, Indianapolis. And the host name will be vEdge 12, or sorry, 2. The system IP will be 10.12.0.2, and the site ID will be 12. I'm going to go ahead and update that. I'll click next, and I'll click on here to generate the config diff, so we can see what that's going to look like. And let's just verify our config diff. Indianapolis is our time zone. That looks all good. We're adding our banner. We're no shutting the BGP peering is coming up. We have all that looks good. Then we have all that looks good. Awesome. All right, go ahead and configure devices. We're going to go ahead and process this until it's complete. And we'll go ahead and expand that out. This is going to probably take a few seconds to do. We'll keep going at it until it's complete. Alright, so the push is now done. If we come back over here to devices, you'll see that vEdge 2 has now got the dual site. So I could come in here and name this single device or dual device, but or single site device, but that's okay. It's at this point in time, you understand what we're trying to push. And if we look at the command line and we look at vEdge 2, we go ahead and log in. and we look at the show IP route, we should see a BGP peering, which we do. If we do a show, and we can see the vManaged device is squared away here, which is what we want to see. If we do a show run, we have American Indianapolis, so we know that it's sitting in Indy, and we're looking at the BGP peering being up and everything looking pretty good. So we're squared away there. So at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, we have added our dual site setup. So if I wanted to add vEdge 1, I would simply just need to add a vEdge 1 to that device template, populate its fields, push the config, and I'm in business. So I wouldn't have to go through that process all over again. Now, the next one I'm going to create is going to be the MPLS one, because that one's going to take a little bit of, it won't take a ton of time, but we'll definitely have to spend a little bit of time getting it up and running, because we want to have that to be vManaged as well. But we want to be able to, again, to keep logical separation between our templates and our device templates, or feature templates, so that when we update a feature template, we're affecting only what we want to affect and not accidentally updating a device that doesn't need to get updated. So let's go ahead and start with that process. I'm going to go down here to templates, click on a feature template, and just like you saw a moment ago, we are going to copy all of the VPN 0 ones off here. So I'll start with the VPN 0, and here I will say copy, and then I will just say MPLS only, and I will copy that and paste. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Copy, and there we go. MPLS only. So that'll be very, very obvious. You could also have an internet only, and so on and so forth. So click on copy. Again, it's going to be a lot of the same stuff over and over and over again. This time we're going to be doing VPN 0 interface gig 01. So this one will get copied. And then we'll come in here and say MPLS only, and go something like that. Copy that and paste that in, copy. And then we need to we'll grab the BGP one as well. Since I'm right here, we'll go ahead and just knock that out, copy. And then this will be MPLS only. There we go. And close. And then the next one, since we've got VPN 0, gig interface, BGP, I'll do the VPN 512 template. Copy. Adjust its name. Like so. And then we're going to be good to go there. MPLS only. Yep. Copy. There we go. And then copy that. And the last one we have to do is the VPN 512 interface. So we're going to go ahead and copy that. And it'll be MPLS only. And do something like that. There we go. And copy that. And then we should be good. There's nothing more we really need to mess with beyond that. So we have our MPLS only. Let me go ahead and find those real quick. So we have our VPN 0 template. We have our VPN interface. We have VPN 512 template, VPN interface. Then we have VPN 0 BGP. So everything that we need to have is good to go there. I'm going to go to device template now. I'm going to create a template from feature template, vEdge cloud, and then it's going to be vEdge MPLS only underscore device template, and then there we go. So then MPLS only device template, excellent. So now I can come in here and system template, come down here to VPN 0, MPLS only VPN template, and then we're going to grab the MPLS only gig interface right there. And then for VPN 512, and then the interface, nope, sorry, that's the wrong one. I want this guy right here. and then the additional templates, the banner, there we go, and then we are square. Everything else we need to have in place is where we need it. I'm going to go ahead and click on create, and we're going to go ahead and for MPLS only, we will grab this and attach devices. We'll grab vEdge 5, attach it, and then I'm going to go ahead and edit device template, and then we're going to populate some fields. So the gig 0, so notice that the gig 00 interface, there is no gig 0 interface. So in this case here, when we get to situations where we didn't remove a config that we need to have for the VPN 0, that's simple. We can just click cancel, cancel this. Yep, that's fine. Then we'll go back to feature template, and we will grab the VPN 5 MPLS VPN 0 template right here. We'll go ahead and edit that. So what we need to do is under IPv4 route, just go ahead and trash the route, update that, and so we're in good shape. This is why having different templates for different site types and deployments is beneficial, because I would have been kind of like, okay, well, could I just created a default route? Yes, but if you've already got a BGP peering and you're learning routes and stuff like that, I mean, the routing piece probably wouldn't have been that big of a deal, but the bigger factor at a larger scale is if I would have had another variable that would have been tied to MPLS that wasn't required to be there, it would have been extraneous configuration. If you have extraneous configuration, that could potentially make things more complicated, and if somebody's not aware of that being the case and they get in there and they're like, well, that shouldn't be there, and they accidentally remove it, that could cause problems if you're not careful. So it's easier to just manipulate. If you had the appropriate templates tied and created, then it makes it easier to manipulate things when you're in a production environment. The whole idea here is to ease the burden on the engineers and the administrators long term, rather than having somebody that knows this stuff inside and out. They can be like, okay, well, this is specific to MPLS only sites, so I could potentially pass a deployment off to a junior level guy or gal so they can get experience with this instead of me having to always go in there and do it for them. So you're always trying to coach up the people that are working on getting stronger, but you're also trying to make your job easier long term, because the last thing you want to do is have stress to deal with, right? I sure don't. So let's go ahead and now that we've done that, we'll go ahead and go to device template, and then right here we'll go ahead and attach device. We'll grab VPN 512, attach it, and then we will go ahead and populate the details. So, okay, awesome. Okay, so I made another mistake. So I didn't attach BGP. So that's my fault. I wasn't paying attention. Too busy yapping. So we're going to go ahead and edit this guy, and then under VPN 512 or VPN 0, I will add BGP. So this will be MPLS only VPN 0 BGP. Update that. And then we're going to go ahead and MPLS only, attach devices. Give this one more try. There we go. Attach, and then we'll go ahead and there we go. That's a little better. So the IPv4 address, in this case here, will be 172.31.15.2/24. The AS number is going to be 65005. The prefix is 172.31.15.0/24. The neighbor address is going to be 172.31.15.1. Time zone, let's find a time zone. America. Let's find something that we have not used. I don't see Milwaukee in here, but you know what? I don't need Milwaukee because Chicago is due north of me, but that's okay. Let's say Phoenix. This is something we haven't done before. We'll say vEdge 5. The system IP will be 10.5.0.1, and the site ID will be 5. We're going to go ahead and say update, and then push that config. We'll click on the config itself, and we'll let that load up here. That'll take a couple seconds. Look at the config diff. We can see that site ID is right. We're going to be America Phoenix. We can see that We have the banners getting added, the name to the VPNs is getting added. We're removing gig 00 because we don't need it there at all. MPLS interface, we have VPN 512. BGP is not getting messed with at all, which is awesome. So anything in white is not getting bothered. Anything in green is being added. Anything in red is being removed. So we're going to go click on configure devices, and now it's going to be a hurry up and wait type of scenario. So this is going to take a couple of minutes to push, and once it's been pushed, we'll be able to validate the configs and then go from there. So that's basically where we are at. Okay, so our configs are pushed. We're going to go to devices and we can see what we've got associated, which is exactly the way that I wanted the lab to be set up. I'm going to go over here to vEdge 5 and we're going to log in and we're going to do a show IP route. We have some routes in the routing table, which is awesome. We're going to do a show control connections. All the control connections are up. We're going to do a show BFD sessions. We should have only sessions over MPLS because that's the only transport we have, which is what we've got, and we're in good shape. So at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, we are good. All of our templates have been pushed and created. Was it a little bit of overhead trying to get that done? Yes, it was. But the nice thing about it is once it's done, you can quickly associate what you need to associate. You know, at a new site, associate a template to it, push the configs, you're in good shape. Makes it very, very easy to scale this solution. So what we're going to do in the next set of videos is focus on the service VPN. So we talked about that in the command line. We're going to focus on actually deploying it. We're going to go, it's going to be a combination of CLI and templates. So for example, I'll configure the CLI aspects of it on the CLI for vEdge 1, and then I'll show you how to do the configs in vManage via templates and all that good stuff that goes along with it. So we have a lot to cover in that respect. With that being said, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me, and until next time, guys, take it easy.